Hello, welcome to Theosophy in Wales. I'm Dave Marsland. Prana. Prana is life energy. It's the Sanskrit word for breath, or really the breath of life. Now, it's the energy that vivifies the body, and it's often referred to as a vital force or a life force. Now, this life force pervades the universe, and in our case it's relayed to us by the sun. Now, it enters our bodies through, directly through chakras, which are energy centres or vortexes within the body. There are many healing and meditation systems concerning the chakras that you can look at. It also enters through food and air. And clearly those are important. The quality of the food you eat can affect the level of prana, level of life energy in your body, and certainly the quality of the air, a big concern these days. It's dispersed through the body by what's known as nadis or channels, and many healing systems concern themselves with the flow of life energy through the body and getting rid of blockages. Now, with prana, I remember when I was about 8, I was out on the grass verge on the main road near where I lived, and there was a cat, and it had been knocked down during the night, but the cat looked okay. It wasn't damaged or injured, it didn't appear to be injured anyway, but it clearly had a knock from a car and was lying dead on the grass verge. And I thought for quite a long time, what had gone from this cat's body? Because the body seemed to be more or less intact. Obviously there was damage, but it didn't look any different from when it was alive. And I thought, what has gone from this cat's body? And in fact now I understand this as being its life energy. So prana is there in the animal kingdom and the vegetable kingdom, and also to some extent present in the mineral kingdom. Now, if science ever identifies prana or even recognises it, then there will probably be a massive leap forward in healing. And I suppose in theory, if science were to identify prana, because it doesn't recognise it at all at the moment, and it were able to harness it, it might just be possible to create some form of life. But that's purely speculation. But certainly, I think that would be a massive step forward in modern medicine if prana were recognised and in some way identified. Anyway, there are 5 types of prana. It functions in 5 ways within the human body. Firstly, the breathing and the respiratory system. These are all different strains of prana. Then the elimination of waste. Even breathing out is elimination of waste. It's detoxing the body. Speech and expression is part of it, and the metabolism, digestion, that's an important function, and the cardiovascular system and the muscles. All these have their own specific forms of prana. Now, at physical death, the prana withdraws from the body, as it did with the cat that I just mentioned. The prana had gone. Now, the problem at the end of life, clearly you have an accident, that's slightly different, but at the end of life, the problem is not that you're not getting enough prana, you can't absorb it, is that your body becomes unable to cope with the prana coming into it. And as an analogy, I would say this is very like an old electric fire, the old-fashioned electric fires where you have bars on it. And eventually with these fires, you don't see them very often now, but eventually with these fires, a bar would become incapable of coping with the electricity coming through it, and it would just burn out. So it's not too little electricity finished it off, it was too much. And I think that's what happens really with the physical body, that it's got the energy coming through it, and it can't cope with it, and that is leads ultimately to physical death. Now, modern medicine is slowing down aging, and that's going to continue. And prana is not in the reckoning, but what I think is happening is that it's prolonging the body's ability to cope with the amount of prana coming in. Now, there may be something to do with the brain working slightly differently, because dementia is becoming a serious problem as people do live longer. So that's one that modern medicine is trying to crack. But certainly the length of time people are living now is greater. And I think that modern medicine, possibly there are improved lifestyles, are prolonging the body's ability to cope with the amount of prana coming into it. Although this is not in modern medicine or science's reckoning at the moment, but that might change.